Hey yo, it's Manuel Kanza all the way from Angola on Kudro Central's second season. And I'm so happy to always be here with you and sharing everything that we have been creating for this show for the past year. This is our second year of Kudro Central, and I hope that you have been enjoying everything that we have been putting out. So we figured out that we needed to make this show way more interesting because I know what you guys really want to see, and I appreciate the feedback that we have been receiving, not only from the English-speaking community, but also the Portuguese. Because our show is international, we wanted to make sure that everyone is connected. So it's very difficult because this show is actually made in Angola, in our studio in Angola, and our guests and my show hosts here on the show, they all speak Portuguese. But I know when you see with how the whole thing is set up here on our program, you're able to enjoy everything that we present to you. So today is not gonna be different from any other, but we wanna not only just show you the new stuff, but we wanna kind of go back a little bit, go back in time. Let's get in the time machine sometime and just showcase some of the things that we did in the past. Not to say that's the main focus, but we want to do that. I hope that you enjoy everything that we have been presenting here. But anyways, as usual, we always have new stuff to show you, and we always have amazing dance and music to share with you. But before we go, I want to ask you one thing. You can answer in the comments down below. Who is your favorite Kuduro or Afro House musician? And from that musician, how many popular moves do you know that they sing and do? If you know the question for this, please comment down below, let us know. And it's gonna be interesting for us because we have been sharing. We had episodes in the past where we spoke about a challenge that you will take at home, like you have to guess if this is Kuduro or it's Afro House, and then we showcase some of the old music and some of the new music, and we try to create this educational kind of show challenge here on the program where you could participate with your members of your family, your friends, and we thought it was interesting, and it was interesting. We want to bring that back, but also we want to keep the show moving, diverse, and we want to make sure that everyone is having fun. Now, don't forget to reach out to us if you know anyone that has huge talent, is from Africa, striving to succeed, to showcase their talent, but they haven't had the opportunity. Please email us, I Love Kuduro, and we'll be more than happy to showcase their talent here on Kuduro Central and also showcase everything that I've been doing. This is a way that we can support, and this is the way that we also can connect through African cultures. All right, so we don't only just talk about Kuduro and Afro House, but we also talk about other styles made in Africa. So without further ado, stay tuned because the show is about to begin.
Kuduro did not exist. The movement did exist, but it was called the underground style. The underground style is the style that existed before Kuduro style. Tony Amado introduced the Kuduro dance after watching Jean-Claude Van Damme, and he got inspired by the way Jean-Claude Van Damme was moving his hips. Every movement that requires hip movement is called ginga in Angola. and immediately Tony Amado identified the movement that Jean-Claude Van Damme was doing in the kickboxing movie, the Ginga, and he named it Hard Ass. Hard Ass means Kudro, and that's what we call Kudro. Kudro means hard ass. And from there, everybody wanted to learn the hard ass move.
Porra, moleque, vamos. Deixa o trabalho, né? Isso. Toda vez. Trabalho horrível. Vambora, ué. Leva a jimbula, leva toda a cena. Vambora.
Eu não tenho nada mais a fazer aqui.
Esse que tá na frente, tem muito aqui com as coisas, vambora. É trabalho que mostramos aí na oficina, tá vendo? Até se tivesse alguma chave com os mecânicos, iremos trabalhar muito horrível.
Tem um pouco de você toma lá.
Dancers and singers wanted to do their own type of hard-ass moves, so they call it other styles like Gato Preto, Chiriri, Oito, Açúcar, Datuga, Tinogueira, Dombolô, Quadradinho, so much more. A lot of styles started to arise after the hit of Kuduro. Kuduro became the starting point for many years. For many young generations, they started to create their own style, and so today we have Kuduro and the dance style. Before Kuduro was just one single move, and that single move was the move that was imitated from Jean-Claude Van Damme. So that Ginga gave rise to many other types of Gingas that we do today, and that same foundation is used for Afro House. The foundation for Afro House dance movement is Kuduro and traditional style from Angola. In order for us to create Afro House movements, we use Kuduro and traditional style from Angola. So that's how we create Afro House dance moves. They come from Kuduro mixed with more Ginga and a lot of traditional movements in it. That's how the Afro House is made. The difference between Afro House and Kuduro is that Kuduro's music has electronic music influences in it. Therefore, it's 140 BPMs of speed, so making your body move much faster than Afro House music, which is less than 124 of speed. Afro House dance movement has more traditional movements incorporated in it, different from Kuduro, which is inspired by our daily basis and also came from the influences of Civil War. Afro House did not rise from influences of our Civil War, even though it has roots from Kuduro, but Afro House only takes the soft part of Kuduro and the strongest part of traditional dance style from Angola. In Kuduro you will have a lot of movement from your legs and a lot of Ginga hip movements.
DJ Nelson, eu posso pra poita.
In Afro House, you will find the different variations and you will find the different types of expression because it comes from traditional style movement and has a little bit of Kuduro in it. Afro House only takes the softest part of Kuduro because Kuduro is a hardcore dance and requires a lot of energy and stamina, different from Afro House, which is more soft and requires more flexibility and requires you to know a lot of traditional moves so that you can be able to stay low as possible when you dance, different from Kuduro that you can explore a lot of levels. Kuduro has a lot of very fast footwork. Afro House has very slow footwork. Kuduro requires more ginga movements than Afro House. Afro House has less ginga movement than Kuduro. Afro House is a dance that started in Angola. Angola is the only country in Africa that calls Afro House the dance and the music dance too. The foundation of Afro House comes from Kuduro. Before Kuduro had the speed that it has currently, it used to have the same level of speed in BPM that we have for Afro House today. Every country in Africa has their own style of Afro House dance move and their own kind of Afro House dance music. In some countries, they would call it either Pantula, Kwaito, Coupé de Calais, Sabar, Afro beats for their own type of Afro House music. In Angola, we call our dance to Afro House music Afro House dance. This is Miss Masinda. Miss Masinda is a yacht party organizer in Angola, Luanda, located in Viana. She will do this party to motivate dancers and not giving up on their dreams. She does her best. She charges entry and she has the best DJs and best MCs and live music musicians singing for the young generation. This party helps the youth to believe in themselves, to believe that they are there for something great, to believe that they can do better. Even with the struggles in the country, they still have a place to call home where they can dance and showcase their style. So Miss Masinda knows what she's doing. Miss Masinda is also a dancer. She performs, she dances for many popular singers in Angola. So she started her own foundation to begin doing yacht parties to motivate young dancers to continue doing what they love to do. So every Friday night in Viana, people will come together to dance at Miss Masinda's place. This is where they all meet, and this is where they all get to party together. In these parties, that's where most people learn how to dance, and not in studios. People don't go to studios or have mirrors in front of them. They learn by watching, by seeing other dancers, get inspired and want to get into the cypher and showcase what they feel. It's about the feeling. It's about believing. It's about having fun, at the same time being creative. That's what Kuduro and Afro House is all about. And that's the moments when the dance is being created. For most part, the dance that has the most applause is the one that everybody would like to do. And since it's every Friday night, people will come and showcase new moves every time. Even choreographies. You will have young generation creating choreographies to showcase their choreographies. Before Kuduro wasn't choreographed, neither Afro House. It wasn't about choreography, it was about a battle. That's how it started. Kuduro and Afro House was about a battle. But nowadays, because of commercials, people want to choreograph Kuduro and Afro House, which is why most movements that there exist for Kuduro and Afro House are separate, because every musician will create the music with one single move only, and that single move is what will identify their music, and that musician, that single move will promote the musician for more than 6 months, and that's how they get popular, through that movement. And the people responsible to make that movement are the dancers. They're the ones responsible to make that move. Once they make the move and show to the singer, and then the singer approves, and they make the music video. Sometimes singers will go to these yacht parties and choose the best dancer of the night. This is why Miss Masinda create this party, so people can come together and musicians can come and pick their best dancers. They don't do auditions. They don't go for auditions. There are no calls. There is no auditions. They do not call for dancers. This is how they get picked for the music videos that most people see in the internet. This is how they get picked for most works that they're supposed to get. And these parties go from midnight to 6 a.m. People will dance all night long. No chairs, no standing by the wall, but dance the whole night. What they will eat usually is some barbecue. They will have like something fried, chicken fried, sausages, anything, drinks, and that's all. And they party all night long dancing. Once that dancer is picked by the musician, then he has the job. And that's when you see the dancers in the music video performing different styles, unique styles. And usually musicians don't promote the creator of the move, they only promote their music. So once again, these yard parties promote the dancers because the main focus is the dancers. This is why Miss Masinda is doing these parties, to promote and help people to have their spotlight. This is where they become creative. This is how the Kudro dance is created. And this is how the Afro house dance is created. Everybody's creative. Everybody wants to show their style.
Thank you.